Hey, it's Tim here. I want to show you a couple little tips here I got going on in the assembly. First off, I want to apologize to William Archer. I've got a car to build for William. Should have been in here 3 weeks ago, but life in here keeps getting in the way. You know, one week project turns into a 1 month project. 1 month project turns into a 3 month project. And I'm not making any excuses. It's just, you know, customer gets his car in here and wants something done, and you just do it. So I'm gonna walk around and show you some of this stuff, some of what we're working on, and probably video number 1 of Henry J number 1 assembly, which I really didn't plan to do, but I'm gonna do. So, you know, customer wants it done, you do it. And we're starting to put windows in it. Ronnie's tapping all the holes out. The car's been powder coated, so he's chasing all the threads, so the bolts go in real clean and easy when we put this thing together. We're going to try to knock it out as fast as we can to get William's car in here. So I'm hoping this is like a 1 week, 2 week project, so because we can get started on Williams 33 Willys, which ought to be a real fun car to build. So here we go. I'm going to walk around and show you what's going on and why it happens. Thanks for watching, everybody. Here we go. Okay, I've been working on Jerry's car, getting door bars and the diagonals. I had to move the seats. He was a little taller in the torso than the guy I used, so I lowered the seats a little bit and I moved them forwards about 1 inch. But as you can see, I've got the door diagonal in it here. I put that bar in it. I've got these bars. The diagonals will go down to the frame rails from the main cage. Got them done. And then my X's are cut. And I wanted to try to get all that stuff in this week, so I can start mounting, like the fuel cell showed up, I'll mount it. The fuel pump, I started in the back and work my way forwards with this car. I'm gonna take a week and I should be able to get all the tabs and brackets knocked out on this. And that'll get me a long ways. So, car in the background. Henry J number 1. I'm gonna try to get around there. I got a shop full of crap, so chassis powder coated, and this is how we do this. They had the bodywork roughed in on this car, and the body is removable. So what we do is we powder coat the chassis, paint the inside of the body, clean it up, paint it. And then we put the chassis in a bag and put the body over that. That way you can do all your finish work and your paint and everything else and not mess up that pretty powder coating. So the car's turning out so far so good. Like I say, Ronnie's chasing all the holes. Like you can see in here where the seat bolt's in, they put these little silicone plugs in there to keep, man, I can't even get it out. Like they put these plugs in there to keep the powder coat out of the holes, but you still got to chase all the threads. So we're working on all that stuff and putting the windows in. In this car I welded little window strips in. You can see them right there. So what we had to do is cleco the windows back in the holes and then draw around all that stuff and paint it black on the inside of the Lexan. I'll walk you over there and show you that. I did this stuff yesterday. And like I say, you think things take 5 minutes, and you know, I got 3 hours in cutting all that plastic away where all those tabs were, and then I just paint it with gloss black paint or silver, whatever color you want. He's got most of this car blacked out, so you can see I did the 4 windows that are there. Then the tin work's laying in a pile there. We got to get that cleaned up and all the plastic peeled off it. So Jerry's car is going good. One of the things we do when we're assembling cars is sort of lay everything out, and it may not look like it, but I sort of got it in a chronological order for me to know where to start. Like I'm going to start up there, trying to get the dash and the gauges in once the windows are in. And then I'll go like brake lines. Everything's in that box there. I try to get like the back done, work my way forwards. Those all the hardware for the ladder bars and the front suspension, and get all that stuff done. So it's all laying here ready to go. Like I say, I'm hoping it don't take me too long. I got Ronnie's coming in to help, and I got my buddy Kenny's coming over to help some so we can get this knocked out and get started on the next project. Of course, I had issues with tires on my Camaro, and the answer I was getting wasn't what I believed I should get, so we made a change. And out here, I got Neil Pogue's truck. I promised Neil about 4 months ago that I would put coilovers on this for him, and you know, just things keep getting in the way. So he dropped it off last night, and Ronnie and I are going to try to knock this out real quick. So should be interesting, because originally it was just coilovers, but now he thinks he wants the rear end narrowed some, so I'm just gonna pull it out and take it out to Mosier's. I'm not gonna do it. Then when it comes back, I'll put the coilover mounts and stuff on it. And looks like the track locator is Pannergrad, I should say, once they hit the cover. So we got to do some work there. You can see it's really close, so we got to do some work there. And then the never-ending story, the 50 Chevy. Should have taken a month, took us 3 months. This was like something you can't believe. I mean, you look at this car, it's an old car. I would drive it anywhere right now. This thing is unbelievably nice. You can't tell it. I mean, it's an old, you know, faded paint job, and we tried to blend in the back as best we could. A lot of work in this car. Jordan Wilhelm wired it for me, did a great job. Ronnie did. I mean, we've replaced everything in this car other than the engine, basically. Engine, transmission, rear end, changed the fluids, and engine runs extremely well. But I mean, Steve's got a lot of money in this car. Something to think about when you're starting a project. I'm going to put it to you this way: go to a dealership and look at a car that you would like to own, Corvette, Camaro, whatever. Look at the price tag. That's what you're going to pay to build something. Like these cars in here, you're going to pay as much to build one of these cars as you would to buy a brand new Corvette or Camaro or something like that. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. These are not $20,000 projects. So especially if you're paying somebody. Like me, I can build my own stuff. I save myself a lot of money, you know, and I've profited from it. But yeah, if you're going to pay somebody like these guys have to, be prepared. This is not easy. And then, like, you know, you make changes. Simple one, steering wheel. I bought a silver steering wheel for Rory's car. Okay, built the car with a silver steering wheel. He wanted to change to a gold steering wheel. So somebody gave him the wheel, but now he's got a $80 steering wheel that he can't do nothing with. That stuff adds up. Changing wheels, changing tires, changing plans costs money. So, as you can see, a lot going on. And there again, William, I'm super sorry, but we're probably 2 weeks away, and then I'll be after it. It just, yeah, it's my fault, you know. People bring stuff in, I can't say no, you know. And I've made promises to a lot of people. I won't take away from my wife. I've done too much of that in my life. And I won't take away from Ronnie's family either, because he's got other things he has to do in his life. So if he can't come and work, hey, I'm okay with that. He's a buddy and he's helping me out. Kenny the same way. If he can't come over, I get it. You know, we're doing the best we can. In the end, you can see what we do. You know, you can see the quality of the work. You know, perfect example right here. And when it's done, as I'm putting this together, I'll share more videos so you can see what's going on. But I mean, there you go. It's the body and the chassis and nothing else. So it's assembly time. Like I say, got all these heim joints and all that stuff. Got to thread into the ladder bars. And you got to run a tap through all that crap to get all the dirt out, so it goes in by hand easy. So when you're putting the car at the racetrack and you need to make a adjustment in a ladder bar, you can do it with a crescent wrench. You don't have to use a pipe wrench. So anywho, yeah. And of course my, you know, little things like this. My hand truck broke down, so I had to go buy tires. I got to fix that. you know, so that takes an hour out of my day, but it's just part of life, you know. Trying to install mini split air conditioners at home, so I leave here and then I go there and work at night. And I'm 66 years old, so I want you to see the trunk lid on this car too. It turned out really cool. Got a big old rat fink on the back. Hopefully you can see that okay. It turned out neat. And then of course, Rory had to put his name on the roof. See there? Yeah, like he won't remember this is his car, you know. Of course, he's got to look at his driver's license to tell who he is too. But the car's called a Hitchhiker, you know, and it's gorgeous. They did a fantastic job on painting it. And then we're going to stick all that tin work in it and everything. That's all coming. Yeah, this was a work. This was a rusty piece. And then Ronnie did all the sheet metal work. Like the fiberglass fenders bolt on, and this whole lip, like through here, was rotted off the car. So we had to replace all that stuff, and stuff in the back. The rockers were gone. The doors were ate up. It was just rough. So that's why we used the fiberglass body on Greg's car, because the other car was worse. So anywho, piles of parts here. I just wanted to see wanted you to see what was going on in here, and I'll keep everybody in the loop. Thanks for watching.